Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.
What's up, everybody? Happy Labor Day. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hopefully, y'all got the day off. If you don't have the day off, hopefully you get off early, or at least you're getting some time and a half, because I remember working at a job that didn't give us time and a half for every day, for every holiday. It was only like certain ones. My last job that I worked at, we actually got the day off, and if we chose to work, we would get time and a half plus that already paid day. So I like that job. But anyway, you guys, let me say what's up to the people. What's up, Miss Barbara? How you doing? What's up, Angela? What's up, Rosie? Thank you for being here. Barbara said, when you have political conversations, you never allowed but one opinion, the Democratic opinion only. No, Miss Barbara, I've had you up here before. I don't agree with that. It's just that sometimes I'm willing to drop the link, and then sometimes I'm not willing to drop the link because I don't want to. Yeah, I got other stuff to do. So, what's up, Ronnie? What's up, Aaron? What's up, Latricia? What's up, Phyllis? What's up, Andrea? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure y'all hit that like button. So you hit that 3 dots up there, right? And then you're able to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And Miss Barbara, that's wrong. Opinions are allowed. I let y'all say whatever y'all want to. I don't block people. There was only a few people that I had to block when they say something racist or ignorant. But other than that, y'all allowed to speak y'all opinion. What's up, Tiffany? What's up, Melania? Thank you for being here. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So this clip of Tyrese talking to Ben Crump has gone viral, right? And it was regarding the Asian hate crime bill. But you guys, it's not actually called an Asian hate crime bill. It's called the COVID hate crime bill. Now, in the findings of that bill, it talks about how they noticed a spike in Asian hate crimes, right? But it's not specifically just for Asians. It's anyone who has been a part of a hate crime related to COVID. That's the way that the language is written. So it actually is a bill for everybody. But a lot of people don't know. Politics work just like celebrity gossip does. You put in some kind of title or some kind of headline to make the people click, because it's all about a click and a view. Just like on the news, CNN, Fox News, it's all about ratings. They don't care about actually giving you correct information. It's all about ratings. So yeah, I'm going to make the title Asian hate crime bill. But if you look it up, what it's actually called, it's called a COVID hate crime bill. But let's go ahead and listen to Tyrese, and I'm going to give you guys my opinion about him.
And Biden and Kamala Harris signed an Asian hate crime bill, which makes it beyond illegal to ever purposely and maliciously do anything to anybody in the Asian community. And there was a spike in crimes and criminal behavior in and around COVID, allegedly and specifically motivated by Trump. And so everybody started treating Asians, beating them, killing them, shooting them, stabbing them, hurting them. And then he gets into the White House, skips over every black and brown Mexican and Latino that have been getting killed like flies, and he makes it a law. Asian hate crime bill is signed into law. So whether you're a police officer or a regular civilian, if you wake up on a Wednesday and say, he's Asian, a woman or a man, let's go do something bad to them, which God forbid would ever happen again. But it is a crime bill that was signed into law that protects Asians at all costs. Where is that same fucking law to be signed into law when it comes to black and brown people? Because what you're doing is, President Biden and Kamala Harris, what you're doing is you're saying that black and brown people will continue to be disposable.
So again, it's not called an Asian hate crime bill. And here's my thing with Tyrese. Tyrese simply could have Googled it and got that information. And then secondly, for Ben Crump to be so involved in, whenever there's a situation with a black person in the police, you would think like he would know these things and he'd be able to correct. But obviously Ben Crump is just taking everybody money and not doing his job. But anyway, he should have checked them at that moment. Like, hey, well, it's not actually an Asian hate crime bill. Yes, because of the spike in hate crimes towards Asians, because of Trump. Yeah, there were policies that were put in. Well, this bill was created, but it actually is not race specific. It doesn't say only Asians and hate crime, because we got to take one thing into accountability too. A hate crime is against the law. Like in general, a hate crime is against the law. So if somebody does something to you because you are black or whatever, under gender, race, ethnicity, that's a hate crime. So there isn't no specifically like, oh, well, you need a hate crime bill in order for it to be like, it's the stupidest thing. I'm glad Roland said something about it. I'm happy about that. Where is it on? Can I find it? Ben Crump don't come cheap either. Right. But again, it's like a lot of people, and I have to talk to my black people, right? Because we black here, right? Most of us. I think we just take information and we don't look it up. We just literally will be all like, oh, they said this? Okay, it must be true. Just like going back to Kamala Harris locked up a whole bunch of black men, and it wasn't even true. But we took that, and I admit, like, I even took that too, but I was all like, okay, well, she was the attorney general, so I just kind of was all like, all right, well, that's her job, right? But no, there's so much more into that job. And again, she did not lock up a whole bunch of black men. The numbers in general were very low. It wasn't thousands and thousands of people. But we ran with that, Now, again, this is one of the things that I applaud Republicans on, because Republicans know how to message. Even if it's a little skewed, they know how to message. Democrats do not know how to message. This is why they're able to get away with these things, because, yeah, Democrats don't have a great platform when it comes to messaging. Because you should easily be able to debunk that. Why is it people like me or a Roland Martin that's out here debunking lies? You should be able to debunk that on your own. I was looking for Roland's video. I want to hear what he said. And thank you for telling me about that. Oh, here we go.
Let me make this video real quick, okay? Like, real quick. Tyrese, you do not know what you're talking about. That video where you're talking about an anti-Asian crime bill, that is a lie. Please, learn to fact check before you start talking. I have debunked this nonsense numerous times on Roland Martin Unfiltered. That is a lie. I literally have walked through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19. It specifically mentions COVID-19. If you actually read the bill, which I've done on the air multiple times, it does not only apply to Asian Americans. It applies to everybody. It also, all it did was also create one job that compiled data. And so again, Tyrese, you're wrong. You are 100% wrong. And so please, all of you entertainers, when y'all jump out here and make videos and people run with it, I need you to do some verification, do some fact checking before you do that. Okay? So you're wrong. It is not. People called it the Asian hate crime bill because of the attacks. And if you're also going to run your mouths out here and go, there's never been a bill. All right, y'all. Let me make this video.
I think I did some. Sorry.
Please, all of you entertainers, when y'all jump out here and make videos,
sorry about that, you guys.
And people run with it, I need you to do some verification, do some fact checking before you do that. Okay? So you're wrong. It is not. People called it the Asian hate crime bill because of the attacks. And if you're also going to run your mouths out here and go, there's never been a bill for African Americans, that's a lie. There have been 3 hate crimes bills specific to African Americans. First one, you were dealing with the Civil Rights Act in 64. Okay? Then
I know the anti-lynch.
You also had the hate crimes bill that dealt with black churches for being burned. I also broke that down on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And then, of course, you had the lynching bill that was also signed. Okay? And don't forget, you also have the Matthew Shepard, James Byrd Act that dealt with hate crimes. Yeah, James Byrd, the black man who was dragged to death in Jasper, Texas. I went there.
I didn't know about that. Wow.
I walked down the street where he was murdered. And so, please, all you blogs that keep posting this stuff that Tyrese says he's wrong. He's wrong. Okay? I've walked this stuff through on my show. Bill by bill, fact by fact. Got it? Please, call somebody before you start spewing stuff that you know nothing about. All right.
Right. That's why I say it's very important to look it up yourself. Even the stuff I tell you guys, I always tell y'all, don't believe me, look it up yourself. I always tell you guys that every single time. Like, I'm cool with y'all not believing me. I just be all like, okay, we'll go look it up. The white father and son were convicted of the federal hate crimes for illing of Ahmaud Arbery. Tyrese go hill and sing songs, leave the politics to right. What's up, Winnie? Ronnie said, thinking is hard, which is why people criticize, hence Tyrese. Now, with that being said, our news media has been bought and paid for. Debunking isn't good for the bottom line. Yes, that is true. That is true. Let's talk about how Asian Americans shot a black girl and got away with it. Are we talking about the situation that happened in LA that led to the riots? I don't know how that has anything to do with this subject, Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara, you got to stay on. This is why I don't always drop the link, because you don't be staying on topic. You talk about something that ain't got nothing to do with what we talk about right now. That happened in the 90s. Like, that's not today what we're talking about. Now, I can say, yeah, let's go ahead and, you know, that could be a conversation for a different day, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. Blink twice if someone is thinking. Listen, I have not been paid by the Democratic Party. They ain't offered me no check. You know, somebody need, for all this harassment I get from Barney and Miss Barbara, I need me a check. Like, I ain't got no check yet. Damn it. The only reason these men got convicted in Ahmaud Arbery case is because someone snitched on them and the public demanded justice. I don't know if I totally agree with that, because, I mean, there's times that we demanded, for example, Breonna Taylor, we demanded justice for that, and that situation did not go in our favor. but also it was caught on video as well too, so I can see. I agree partially. I agree about 65% with you. Afrobeat. Roland is out there. Don't people don't like him. Okay. Um, but going back to my point, with Tyrese, he literally will just say things. It kind of reminds me of, well, no, not reminds me of anybody in particular. It just reminds me of everybody who just speaks without looking stuff up. And again, it's easy just to go with whatever somebody says and then you just run with it. But when you don't do your own research, these are the things that happen. I want to talk about Ice Cube first before I move on to the whole illegals getting loans in California and stuff like that, because that's another thing that has a lot of misinformation in it. So, again, one thing, well, the Ice Cube thing. So Ice Cube, he's been going viral recently because people are resurfacing his clips where he's telling black people, don't vote, hold out your vote. They're not gonna do anything for us, blah blah blah, all this other stuff, right? I mean, we've heard it. We got the Dr. Umars and people like that out there telling us, don't do this with our vote. We need to start our own coalition. And again, like I always say, they want to start a coalition when it's time for election. They're not talking about starting a coalition way beforehand, before we get to the election year. That is the problem. They're waiting until now, which we are 65 days out. Yeah, like 65 or 64 days out until election. And now they want to talk about starting a coalition and getting people to, getting black people together. And Amanda Seals, yes, getting us together and then starting. No, 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 no. We can't do that 64 days out before election. That's not going to work at all. But with Ice Cube, remember he had the platinum plan. So he said, he wanted either candidate. At the time, it was Joe Biden and Trump in 2020 to, talk to him about his platinum plan and see if they can have something. And then he said that Joe Biden rejected it. And Trump said that he would, talk it over and discuss it. So what ended up happening was that he had talked to Jared Kushner and some advisor of Trump, but he didn't actually speak to Trump. And that's when in 2020, Trump had adopted the platinum plan and put it on his website or whatever, right? Then after that, Kamala wanted to have a meeting and she was going to be the liaison to Joe Biden, but Ice Cube said no because there was going to be other celebrities on the Zoom call. So because of that, he was all like, nah, I don't want to do it. So he had his opportunity to speak with them. But I also want to say that at that time in 2020, Joe Biden already had his own plan and everything like that. So that's why he didn't accept Ice Cube's platinum plan. But I wanted to walk it back a little bit because it's all like, okay, you have these people who, and Ice Cube is worth, I looked it up, he's worth about like 160 million, $160 million, lives a life that most of us don't live. He lives a privileged lifestyle. And so it's easy for somebody like him to say, don't vote, don't worry about it, because does it affect him? No. Just like most rich people, for the most part, does it really affect them? Not really. They still gonna be eating good. Tyrone and Keisha that work paycheck to paycheck, like us, it affects us. But for somebody like them, no matter which way the cookie falls, they're gonna be okay. And that's the reality that some people don't realize when it comes to like these celebrities that just come out and just say shit. At the end of the day, no matter who wins, who's in office, they're going to be okay because more than likely they can buy their way. They can. I don't need to whisper that, but they can buy their way. They'll be fine. But it's people like me and you who are not going to be fine. You know, that's the difference. Great attitude, friend. I'm independent. Just want the truth. You'll find it. Roland, not a good source. Well, I had actually made a statement before somebody had told me about Roland's clip, and so I decided to play it. But I actually made a statement before it. These people talking about Trump 24. Have you all read Project 25, My Misguided Black People? Right, Jessica. What's up, Melanie? What's up, Ray? Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's important that people don't pay attention to these celebrities when they're telling you to hold out your vote or don't vote, or these people who telling you to we need to start our own coalition like Dr. Umar, Tariq Nasheed, all of them. No, do not listen to them. Do not, because what their thought process is that you don't need to be influenced by the government or anything. You can get what you want without any government assistance or any of this, any of that. However, notice that they are rich. Talking about Tariq and Umar, notice that they are rich, but the people that are following them are people like us working paycheck to paycheck. That community, that coalition that they're trying to build, all those people are broke. It's me and you who are working paycheck to paycheck and have to worry about certain things. They don't have to worry about it because no matter what, they're making money. That's what a lot of people are not realizing. They are making money no matter what. We are the ones not making any kind of money. What's up, Princess Diana? We are the ones struggling. Because no matter what, again, Umar said he built the gymnasium, but he still ain't built the whole school. Just the gymnasium, not the whole school. Again, not the whole school, just the gymnasium to the school is built. So you got somebody like that who's been working on this since early 2000s on this school, and we still ain't got no school. Moreover, Tariq Nasheed still makes a lot of money, ton of money. But what has he done with his money? Has he put his money back into the community? No. I have not seen it. Where is it? I would like to see it. Are these people who are supposed to be so pro-black, and there's a lot of them on YouTube who are supposed to be so pro-black, but I ain't never seen them put money into the community. I've seen them talk shit about their community, but I've never seen them put money into their community. I had to sip on that one. But let's not forget something too. Let me go back to Ice Cube. Let's not forget he was tied into some kind of bribery with Steve Bannon, who was advisor to Trump at the time, who's now, I think Steve Bannon is in jail. But don't forget he was tied into some stuff with him because one of his business partners, talking about Ice Cube's business partner, his name is like Jeffrey Coincidence, something. I forgot how you say the last name, but it's something like European. But the Jeffrey guy is his business partner who was close friends with Steve Bannon. And so one of the Qatari royals was giving Ice Cube money they were giving money for the Big Three. You know, that's his basketball league, the Big Three. And so the Qatari royal had gave them partial money, but then was all like, hey, we want to go ahead and talk to Steve Bannon, blah, 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 and was trying to get political influence through Ice Cube and his friend because they knew they had a relationship with Steve Bannon. Like, yeah, so Ice Cube was tied up in that. Now, I was trying to figure out, like, what happened because also they were sued by one of the associates from the Big Three League who said that the Jeffrey guy, Ice Cube's business partner, was basically Islamophobic, was talking about how great Trump was and how he loves Steve Bannon and, made it an uncomfortable workspace. But I don't know what happened with that lawsuit. I tried to look it up, but I don't see, what if it was dismissed or not. I don't know. So they could be going through arbitration. I don't know. But yeah, again, don't trust these celebrities who just tell you things and then you just are expected to believe it. Moreover, we're going to move on to the whole illegal immigrants getting loans and stuff like that. Because that was like the headline last week. A lot of people were all like, oh, they're giving illegals 150K on down payment on homes, and it, according to because it's called the California Dream for All, right? According to that, not policy, but program, they pay up to 20% on the loan. And so it can be up to upwards of 150K. Here's the thing. It's not really a great program because out of 18,000 people who applied, only 17,000 got the loan. It's a lottery system. So basically, you apply for this program, they put you in a lottery, and then whoever they pick out the hat or whatever, that's who gets the 20% down payment on their home. It's not this great grand program because if it was, a lot of people would apply for it. But only 18,000 and only 1,700. That's not even, what percentage is that, y'all? I don't even know what percentage that is. That's very low. Hold on, let me find my calculator. Y'all know I failed algebra 2, so. Wow, that's less than 1%. Yeah. So we'll round it up and say 1%. 10%. Sorry. It's less than 10%. It's about 9.5%. Actually, no. That's at 9.4. So yeah, 9%. About 9%. First time homeowners loan. Yes, that is still a thing. Yeah. So there still is the the first time home. I forgot what the name of the loan is, but yeah, that one for first time home buyers. Yes, that's still a loan. But this is something that helps pay up to 20% on your down payment. So you don't have to basically, you don't put anything down. Or you can put extra on it, but you don't put anything down. That's why it's this whole lottery system. Um, it's crazy that it kind of got taken that, oh, illegals are going to get this and then they're going to be. So what it is actually is that when because again, the language, that's why they say undocumented. That's like the proper term. So I'll say that undocumented immigrants, they pay taxes. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They pay taxes. Like once they're in this country, they pay taxes. They get a tax code or a tax ID. Yeah, it's called a tax ID. So they don't have a social security number. No, they have a tax ID. So once they have that tax ID, they have to pay taxes, right? So basically they're saying like, well, if we're paying taxes, shouldn't we be a part of this program? So that's what it is. They're looking to see if they're going to approve. Well, Gavin Newsom, our governor, has to sign it, but they're going to see if they can. They are going to have it signed and passed. That's what it is. A lot of people are thinking like they're taking something away. No, they're not taking anything away. Like I said, less than 9% people got that loan, and on top of that, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to even get it because, yeah, if only 1,700 out of 18,000 got approved for it, that's really low. That obviously means that the program is not actually working. Only 9% of people actually get it. Then what's the point of even having it? and those working under the table. No, if they're working under the table, then they don't have a tax ID code. Only tax-paying immigrants can apply for this. They have not been allowed to apply to it. It's only been for citizens. But if you are they're making it so if you are a taxpayer, you can be a part of this program. So that's what it is. Undocumented immigrants pay billions in dollars in taxes annually, which is why neither party is doing exactly. Ding, ding, ding. Let me put your comment up. Yeah. The reason why they don't want to solve this immigration problem is because it's a money-making business. It's money. They make a lot of money. Speaking of the Latinos selling flowers at the intersection, are they okay? I don't know if they pay taxes or not. What the hell you gonna say? The hell is wrong with y'all? Working under the table whenever you purchase something here, you're paying taxes. Yes. In the ghettos of America and New York City, the immigrants have purchased all the ghetto property. Then you know what you're talking about. Please say the story right. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, Miss Barbara. I don't know what that has to do with the California Dream for All. That's something totally different. Um, hey, did you talk about how the Dems block the reparations bill? No, I did not talk about that, DJ Genesis. But thank you for bringing that up because since we're talking about California, I guess I can mention that. So there was a reparations bill that they were trying to bring to the floor, and the California Black Caucus stopped it. They claimed that they weren't aware of the bill and that they didn't want to put it on the floor because it wasn't going to be something that was passed. Now, here's my thing. If you pass it through, you can always do amendments and stuff like that. And so, again, I did not do my research to see who actually wrote it, but the Black Caucus is claiming that they had nothing to do with the bill or they didn't think it was going to get approved. So, again, the reason why I didn't bring it up because I was like, there's a lot more to that of what's going on. And definitely, I want to do more research on it. People from the land of India, people from Africa, all of those people are able to purchase storefronts and properties. It's very simple what I'm saying. Yes, they are able to get loans, purchases, and stuff like that, but that has nothing to do with them being from a different country or not. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about regarding purchasing homes, Barbara. That's what I mean when I say like, you don't be on topic. Governor Bradley. Who's Governor Bradley, Genesis? Who's that? Because our governor name is um Newsom, Gavin Newsom. Okay, that's making a little bit more sense now because I don't know who wrote that. Is his name Governor Bradley? Or are you saying that um that's the governor? Is that what you're saying? Gavin told them to pull it, so he is not on the record for vetoing it. Oh, wow. It was Assemblyman, um, is it SLE? SLE? Hopefully I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. Who had called for the reparations bill to be brought to the floor after the California Legislative Black Caucus refused to support them for the vote. Maybe it's not Governor Bradley, but sent to Bradley. Okay, I'll look that up. Um, Miss Barber. Well, here's my question, Miss Barber. Have you tried to apply for any loans or any housing? Were you refused? Because we do know that they give black people, black Americans specifically, predatory loans. And I think also too, we don't talk about the history of like why foreigners and immigrants are able to buy loans, get loans in black neighborhoods specifically. Um, People don't realize what that is. So basically, at the time where people were getting loans, redlining is a thing, right? So the white folks was all like, well, we don't want these people in our neighborhoods, so we gonna put them in the black neighborhoods. That's why there's a lot of Asian hair stores and stuff like that. And they even have a monopoly on the hair stuff, which that's another topic for a different day. But they have a monopoly on that, which people don't realize. So what it is that the white people did not want all these other people in their neighborhoods, so they're all like, well, we're gonna put them in the black neighborhoods. We'll give them loans, but the black people, we're not gonna give them anything. And so it sets the precedence that, oh, they prefer them over us and all that other stuff. And so it's just another way for us to all fight and all hate each other. Just like I said, they call it the Asian hate crime bill, but it's not an Asian hate crime bill. It's called a COVID hate crime bill, and it's not specific just towards Asian. Again, the way that you say the words and you say things make a difference. Uh, Homes are expensive now. If you live alone, might as well rent, not be tied down. Yeah, homes are very expensive. That is true. Brought it to the floor, nobody seconded it, and they were arguing on the floor, and they stopped the cameras and everything. But after they passed the bill giving immigrants free housing. Okay, do you know what bill that is giving them free housing? Are you talking about the California Dream for All? Is that what you're talking about? Because I just explained that, Genesis. I am kicking down the gatekeepers that's not allowing Black Americans and Spanish, poor Americans and poor people in general to not be allowed to use. How are you kicking down the door? Genesis, that is wrong. That bill is not giving them free housing. Again, that's why we have to pay attention to what I just said. That bill, the California Dream for All, that's a lottery. It's up to 150K. It's the 20% of whatever the down payment is on the home. However, the thing is that those are for taxpayers. So if it's an undocumented or illegal, whatever word that you want to use, if they're a taxpayer, they can be a part of that program. But like I said, only 9% of people, 9.4% of people got approved for that loan. So that loan is actually trash. Roland explained the bill over and over. Yes, Carolyn, yeah. And shout out to everybody just coming in the room. I know y'all kind of missed parts of it. Folks want to hear and believe what they want to hear. Yeah, exactly. Let me go ahead and you know what? We got 10 minutes. It's not even 1 o'clock. Well, 1 o'clock my time. I'll go ahead and drop the link because it sounds like Miss Barber got something to say. Yes, Miss Barber, I know you told me to contact NACA. But according to you, they ain't gonna help me. So why would I contact NACA if they ain't gonna help me? They gonna give it to all these immigrants. See how Miss Barber contradicts herself? Immigrants. Oh, why can't I look at the chat? Oh, here's my chat. Okay. Oh no. Here we go. Hi, Miss Barbara. How you doing?
Greetings, King.
How you
Greetings.
doing?
I'm doing well, and you're going to be doing much better because I'm going to tell you one time and one time only, okay?
Okay.
You have to apply for a 3-family house. You have to contact NACA. You have to pay off all your little small credit cards, 300, 500. You only need a 6.20 score. And then you're going to take the Fannie Mae / education course that's going to give you this house for no money down. All right. Because you're a Black American man and you're supposed to get these loans. And there's not supposed to be no gatekeepers keeping you from getting it, point blank, period. And this is what Black Americans run into. Now, as far as all of these great mortgage tricks that the Democratic Party likes to use, I call it Samuel Pierce trial. I call it stealing housing preservation development money. That's what I call it. The same way they've building up all of these nice low income developments that are not even, that they are using and allowing the United Nations, oh, we're building up for our Black people. And don't you see how we take care of our Black people? Because we have African people without color, we have Indian people without color, and the United Nations really don't see that we haven't overcame anything, because you could check our neighborhoods. We really are not allowed storefronts in prominent neighborhoods, point blank, bottom line, period. All right, that's what I want to say. And like, I'm not
Okay,
going to.
but what I was saying, Miss Barbara, was like, what did that have to do with the conversation right now? Because it didn't
Okay,
have anything to do with the
as far
conversation.
as the prejudice of Tyrese, none of y'all could tell Tyrese anything about California. Point blank, bottom line, period. He been from the good, the bad, or the ugly. He know exactly what he talking about. And many of his friends, families, and associates have been in the clause of 3 times you're out with the if you get caught with that crack cocaine, you're like, man,
No,
you
no,
go on and
Tyrese
on
was
with your
talking about the
Kamala Harris.
Asian hate crime bill. That's what he
Oh,
was
hey,
talking.
don't let me speak on them, how they was openly able to fire on people that was looting in America. You understand? And then don't tell me about how you better not do nothing to them Asians, because they rule. They have their own Chinatown. They have their own towns. They have their own supermarkets. They are quite well in America. Don't have to worry about them, sugar. And I'm glad that we now have a hate crime that nobody could be bothering them. You know, I'm glad of that. Everybody needs protection. Let's not overlook
But
that.
it's not just for Asians. It's actually for everybody.
Well, hallelujah for that. Hallelujah for that. You know, we hope that they don't bust up in our doors and just knock us down. You understand? You know, we hope we don't get choked. You understand?